folks, today, well, we got a new deck. We're going to show you the construction process and what we've been doing for the last couple of days. Dawn, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. These cicadas are raising cane around here. And there's one there. Little beady red eyes, kind of like the Mothman. Kind of look like a big bee almost.
Yeah, I thought it was a bee.
No, he's a cicada. Yeah, he's a big guy. Oops. There's quite the buzz this morning around here. And there goes the back deck. And the old deck is almost off. But it's happening. It's going on, and the crew they're top notch. They're good guys. I was under the impression we're getting a roof today, and these guys came out and they're like no roof decks. So the good thing is it's happening. So they framed the bottom. And the frame is starting to come along.
I'm excited because this is like way overdue. We're getting a new porch.
It is.
It's gonna be a nice one.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. So they haven't put the poles in yet. They're gonna build the frame first and all that. Then I think that's how they adjust the final. But I like the fact that it comes all the way to this edge. It'll make it easier to keep this side of the house clean too, because I'll just have to reach up to still clean that now, right?
I can come out here and sit on the porch and just enjoy life and look at the mountain view and work on getting some patio furniture out here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
This should be done today.
And I definitely do not want to step on the deck at the moment. You can see that the beam is also the railing. They just notch it out and slide it up. And so the guys went home for the day, and this is what was accomplished. Yeah, so they're going to come back and they're going to pour cement in these holes here, stabilize the deck. Yeah. And here at the pole, they notched it out. So these are actually part of this here. And but it's a pretty good size. And that's the new steps going up to the porch. This is just the way we imagine it. Whole length of the house. So the guys said that they'll come back tomorrow. They'll finish up here. They'll start on the front of the house. And in about 3 days, they'll be done. And then a day for the roof. And then another day for the soffits. So I had to go to the doctor this morning. And when we came back, Well, that's what we came back to. It's almost finished. It's coming together. Look at that. And these guys over here are installing the balusters. They got to make all the railings by hand. Remember the TV series A-Team when Hannibal Smith used to say, "I love it when a plan comes together." And since then they tore off the front porch. And I wasn't here during the tear off, but I did see it through my security cams. There's Mom. Mom's over here inspecting.
Want a nice juicy steak on the grill when that's done, okay?
The front porch is now finished. Wow, what a transformation. So the cover overhang is freestanding, and our original porch did not have the timbers that went to the top, and that always kind of bothered me. I kind of wanted that look where, you know, it was tied in with the deck, tied in with the ground. And also we can use those timbers to put flags. You know, you have an American flag over here, maybe a Tennessee flag over there. And we did lose a little bit of our width, but still a grand entrance. But the guys who did this did an amazing job. Top notch. They did everything right. I made sure that they were doing things right. And it's just amazing. We're not done yet. We have a new roof coming. In fact, the shingles are still down in the driveway. And we also will have new soffits, new gutters that are going in. They're going to be much wider, much beefier. And then those crazy chickens over there. But I'm going to put in a much beefier line to feed all the downspouts in. In the last video, I mentioned a French drain. And I think I might have got some folks confused. Our house, those crazy roosters. The house already has a French drain. In fact, the pipe is coming out there, and there's also one over there that comes out from the French drain. So the house has already been tiled. Our problem is water coming down the side of the hill during a rainstorm. So I got to put in a catch system there and a French drain that will probably go out into the backyard. I don't know. I got to get a contractor on there to find out how they can engineer that. The next big thing we'll be doing is the roof and gutters, and then we'll have an excavator out here. Now over here, you'll notice some folks were saying, hey, there's a little bit of black showing, and that's because we had a little bit of erosion in a rainstorm that we had a little ways back. And that there is, you might see that little corrugated area down there. That's part of the French drain system that's actually underneath the foundation. We just got to bring in more dirt and level it off. I got to bring in, so we got to build a little retaining wall here that will go over there and meet, and then we'll fill all this in. We'll get all the landscaping in. Over there, we're going to cut a little bit of that dirt out over there and move it around to the house over that ways. And we're going to put in some erosion control over there on the property line. Just got a lot of work here. As for the hill, and just in a few days, look, the hill's already started growing in the last few days with the rain we've been getting. So I got to mow that. And this is a plan for the future. we're going to put in some retaining walls here. And that way we're going to level it out in tiers so it's easier to cut grass. We're going to level it off so we can put in landscaping, maybe grass, maybe shrubs, I don't know. But there'll be like a retaining wall here and then a retaining wall there. And then another thing I didn't mention in the last video is we're going to have this re-blacktopped. Probably not this year, maybe more towards the end of next year even. This is all going to be cut out and be landscaped as well. But yeah, it turned out very good. I'm very pleased. Yeah, the battle is never ending with this hill. I'm going to have to get down here with the pressure washer and clean all this up. And the steps are still dirty from all the guys going up and down them. But look at that. Totally blown away by the transformation of this. Wow. Really, really great. Yet again, 6x6 construction throughout. We did go down about 36 inches. And it's all been cemented in. Yep, I got to do some landscaping in here. I got about a truckload worth of dirt that has to go there yet. We got this nice new porch, and I noticed that the vinyl siding is dirty, but I'm not going to power wash or clean anything just yet until after that roof, because it's also going to bring a lot of debris down from it. And now we have all this space here. It's not a lot. In fact, it's a little bit smaller than I planned. So I wanted to go out an extra foot or so that way. But when push came to shove, this was better looking, better fitting. And it gives us just the right amount of overhang here so we could sit out here when it's pouring down rain. And I can watch all that water rush down the hill. Man, there's nothing like the smell of fresh wood. So the original pole to the original deck went down the side of this soffit here, and you notice that it went further that way. And you can tell right here, this is where that's where the deck end, and you can see how dirty it is. Put in the comments below if you would like me to do maybe a time lapse, or me cleaning the siding, doing something like that. But we will fill this up to the black, going all the way across. And then we're going to put in a little brick flower bed right here underneath the window. That's our wicker chair we had for a few years. We decided to bring it out to kind of get a feel on how this is going to work out. Yet again, it's a lot smaller. It's not as wide, right?
Yeah.
It dawns with me now. And yeah, so it's not as wide, but we can sit out here. Well, we're sitting on our new front porch.
Yeah.
And I think a couple of Tennessee rockers out here is going to be plenty. Now, I had an envision that maybe we'll put like a little bench out here and some chairs. That's not going to work. We'll put 2 Tennessee rockers here, right? And then this bench here will go over on the other side of the door, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's comfortable. So we originally bought this wicker chair for the other front porch, and when we got it home, it fit, but it was too cramped, right?
It didn't look right.
It didn't look right. We can even turn it sideways, see if it fits like sideways this way too. But it's nice. Like, sit out here if it's pouring down rain. You know what I mean?
It's hot and muggy, but I'm going to sit out here and enjoy my porch.
Now, we're also thinking about covering the back porch, but that's going to be a project for down the road. We were talking to the contractor, and he had said how they could do that, right? Yeah. How they could tie it in with the current structure. So that's something else. He says probably a day or so. They've done an amazing job. Of course, over time, we'll let you know if we come across things. I'm trying to remember. I'm also trying to remember on all the questions folks have asked us in our first video when we announced this. And I'll try to show them to you in this video. But now is the time where we're going to go to the back porch. And that's the wow factor, what happened back there.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy for this new space and getting the gas grill out and We do have a picnic table, a folding picnic table that we'll probably use in the beginning, but we'll eventually deck it out with the things that, Dawn enjoys, and we'll find things, right? So let's get off the front porch and head to, the back deck. And you can turn it sideways like that too as well. Maybe even a porch swing. I don't know. That's a lot to take in. Yep, so they poured a new slab here. They had to extend it going that way. Yep, that'll do fine. That way when I put the edging there and the landscaping, that will all pan out really well. And so here it is, folks, in its entirety. Wow, look at that. And just a few days ago, there was a rinky-dink, rickety little back deck, if you called it that. It was 8 by 6. Had those long steps. So I never liked the other steps. There was too many to get to the top. It was really steep. That's the reason why I moved the steps to this end, because it wasn't as far to get to the bottom. And if you were to fall, it wouldn't be as bad as if you were falling down those steps over there, which just, I don't even know why that even happened like that. But here it is. Now I'll get a little bit into the detail of what was used, and we'll go from there. So these holes went down at least 36 inches. They were pretty deep. And of course I watched them all get cemented in, and they used quite a bit of cement too. There's a big, huge footing in there. They will not be going anywhere. And all the deck is made out of these 6 by 6s. And even the railings up above is the same timber, the 6 by 6. So this is continuous all the way to the top. They did notch, but it's the same timber going to the top, and it's pretty solid there. So just to make it clear, everything was pressure treated lumber. We did put in these hanging brackets. I know some folks were saying, hey, you're not using hanging brackets. Yes, we did everything right. Everything's the code. The permits were pulled, things like that. So when we start landscaping, we're going to come in here. We're going to level this all off. We're going to bring in some stone and place it all through here and get it all nice and looking good. It's going to come out past the poles here. And just in front of that, we're going to have the little walkway that you'll take to get to the back porch. And of course, this will all be filled in and leveled off, and that in here as well. So you'll notice that the timbers are like every 6 feet apart, not 12, like I've seen some decks, but they're I think it's every 6 feet. I didn't measure it, but obviously they had done it right. And we wanted to make this beefy so it stays around for a while. When we landscape, I'm not positive if we'll put maybe some shrubs between the pole that grow up, maybe 6 feet or so. Put in the comments below what I should do here. Should I plant some trees between the poles, a little further out, that will kind of fill in here? Or I don't know. Definitely open to some suggestions. And one thing I know for sure is we are going to put stone in here and keep it so that water can do its thing. You'll notice the railings here are 6 by 6 as well. It's got the black aluminum balusters. And yeah, nice and heavy duty. It's got the kickback on it. The other porch you could literally slip off and break your... And this is it. Yeah, wow. Beautiful, isn't it? It's got a drink rail on top here so you can set, maybe a can of Coca-Cola. Also, it's got a little lip here where Dawn can finally hang her hummingbird feeder. It's kind of like a little thing that hangs. I'll show you that in a future video. There's the dump bed there. Yeah, we filled it, didn't we? Shingles are next. They said they'll be out in the next couple days, weather permitting, maybe even tomorrow. It's going to be a one-day job. I know some folks were asking about the integrity of the roof. It's fine. I already had a guy up there. Everything looks good. We did lose some shingles right here during a windstorm, but it was perfectly fine. There was nothing coming in, no water seepage. So we're gonna be putting on a brand new back door pretty soon. We're gonna put in a like a storm door, something that we could, you know, easily get in and out. We do have the whole length of the house, so we could have like a little grilling area, then maybe a seating area, maybe a little, you know, table here, maybe a little bar, you know, higher setting table there. It's raining on the top of Mount LeConte. You can't even see it at the moment. And it's been raining on and off, drizzling, but the job got done. So we're sitting out here in our folding chairs. We can't get into buying things yet or putting things out here because we still have the roof that needs to be done. We did put Dawn's hummingbird feeder out last night, and
we actually got a visitor.
Yes, like right off the
really
bat.
Pretty.
A little red head and all that. So maybe over time I'll get some video of that for you all. And we're going to enjoy this. We're also going to make some YouTube videos out here. We're going to do a couple grilling vlogs and just home vlogs when we're here. They won't be the majority of the show, just randomly peppered in on those days that we can't, you know, get out to the mountains. This should fill in some of those spots where we don't have content, right? We're hoping to get back more to a daily routine. I don't think we'll ever be daily vloggers like we were years ago. For like almost 3 years straight, we didn't miss a beat. But you know, life happens. And I'm excited. Now, let's talk about the construction. What did you feel about like the crew? What did you feel about everything?
They come right here and they got right to work and did their job, and they did excellent. I couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, they were great. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. You know, and I used to flip homes with my dad, so I've seen a lot of crews and stuff over the years. And this one here, they knew what they were doing. They were good. We've been kicking it back and forth. What we want to do? Do we want to stain it? Do we want to keep the natural wood look? And Dawn said she wanted to keep the natural wood look, right? So we're gonna go with like a clear sealer, right? We're gonna do that ourselves, probably about a month in. As soon as the wood dries out, it's got it's got that pressure treated, dampness to it still. Anything you want to add, Dawn?
I'm just enjoying this now. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Yes.
It's so nice to just be able to sit outside and look at the mountains. And
Front Porch was amazing too. We did have to change a little bit of the dimensions on that, but it turned out amazing.
Yeah.
We got the poles that go up now, so you can hang your flags off there and just be very decorative. We also have a big set of wind chimes that our friends out there, they're probably out there watching right now.
Now we can finally enjoy them.
Yeah, we call them the wind chime people.
Yeah.
And they're big. So I got to get
some kind of a hook after we get our roof on to hook it on.
And so, yeah, we might, I don't know if we'll hook it underneath here, but I think I want to put it out on the front porch and it has some kind of bracket coming off of it or something. But they're heavy.
Something out with it.
They're like 25, 30 pounds. So I got to find a good bracket,
It is heavy.
But yeah, the hummingbirds are already here, but we're very pleased, guys. And hopefully you guys will join in the future and see what we're doing here. I think we're going to have some shutters put on these back windows because it's kind of...
Now I can sit out here and watch my birds eat at the bird feeder instead of trying to peek through the window.
And we'll have our first grow out video. We got time to figure out what we want to have on that first thing. But beautiful mountain views. Yeah, we're great. I am super stoked, super excited. And if you guys have been following the channel long enough, you known that we've talked about this for years. And it finally has come together. So, but that's it, right? Thank you so much for joining us today on our little home improvement adventure. And now it's time for you to have your own. We love you, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise, they'll take you to see the countryside, driving all over Tennessee in their little yellow Jeep. You can come along wherever they go, all you gotta do is watch the show. So be sure you tune in. Don, would you do this again?